Today, we unite as a symphony of minds, where each note of curiosity and every chord of determination creates a masterpiece called tomorrow. Let us put our hands together and applaud the boundless potential that lies within each one of us. Honorable authorities, esteemed faculty members, distinguished guests, and our bright newcomers, a very warm and heartfelt welcome to the prestigious MIT-WPU University. Hello everyone, I am Vedant Kulkarni and I can't wait to guide you through this exciting journey of learning and growth, and let's make this experience an unforgettable one together. At MIT-WPU, we believe that education goes beyond the confines of a classroom. It's an immersive experience that molds us into compassionate, well-rounded individuals ready to make a positive impact on the world. As students of this university, we embrace diversity with open arms, understanding that each of you brings a unique perspective that enriches our community. Our faculty members are not just educators, they are mentors and guides who accompany us on this path of growth and success. They encourage us to be independent thinkers and explore knowledge beyond textbooks. With their support, we uncover our true potential and passion. In the words of our visionary founder, Honorable Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir, education is the manifestation of the divine perfection already existing in man. So we believe that you bring within that spark and the potential to achieve greatness. Thank you all for being a part of this special moment. Let us make the most of this incredible opportunity by supporting and encouraging each other along the way. Once again, a resounding welcome to the MIT World Peace University family. Before we begin, may I request all the people in the hall to please switch off their mobile phones or put them on silent mode. Proceed with the esteemed task of lighting the lamp, symbolizing the triumph of knowledge over ignorance and positivity over negativity. I am honored to invite our esteemed authorities to join us on stage for this momentous occasion, and they represent the guiding lights of our institution, leading us to a path of excellence and enlightenment. Thank you to our distinguished authorities for gracing this occasion, and may this auspicious ceremony pave the way for a remarkable and enlightening academic journey ahead. Now, to symbolize the commitment to global harmony, we have a special tradition here at MIT-WPU, the World Peace Prayer. This prayer serves as a reminder of our responsibility to make the world a better place for all of humanity. I request each and every one of you to please rise from your seats and join us as we observe the MIT-WPU World Peace Prayer together.
मति प्रकाशो निवृत्तिदास अवधारी गोदी महेश गुरु पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति
Thank you everyone for standing together in unity. Let this moment serve as a reminder of our shared commitment to fostering peace, understanding, and harmony in our lives as communities. As we embark on this new journey, let us carry the spirit of this world peace prayer with us and work towards making the world a better place for all of us. Moving forward with the program, I would like to call upon our first dignitary, Dr. Dipendra Sharma sir, the Dean of School of Business.
Respected colleagues sitting on the dais, my dear fellow colleagues, and dear students, a very good afternoon to all of you. Before I formally welcome you once again for your admission at MIT, I want to congratulate all the students of MBA and MCA sitting over here for the way we have behaved in the last 3 to 4 days. I think your school level induction started on 1st, and we have been observing the way you have conducted, the behavior you have conducted during the sessions. So I want to congratulate all of you, and we are happy to have such a disciplined and serious students with us. So I request you that you can clap for each one of us for the type of behavior that we've done. On behalf of all the students, I also want to congratulate all the teachers, associate deans, and the program directors for the show that they have put up in the last 3 days by inviting the dignitaries from the different domains, from the industry and from the academia, and to ensure that the students who have come over here, we are doing a lot of value addition to all of them. So I want all the students to clap for all your teachers, for your program directors, and for your associate deans as well. Now my formal speech begins. Okay. So as the Dean, I am thrilled to be here to celebrate the beginning of your journey at our university, that is MIT-WPU. The gathering marks the start of a new friendship, unforgettable memories, and a sense of belongingness to the community of MIT that embraces diversity and fosters potential growth. MIT-WPU is more than just a place for academic pursuit. This all you would have realized in the last 1 week. It's a lively and inclusive environment where you will experience personal as well as intellectual transformation. Today, as you enjoy the camaraderie for the last week, the friends that you would have made and developed in the last few days, I encourage you to look around and appreciate the wide array of talents, culture over here. Each one of you brings something unique to this place, and together you form an heart of the soul of MIT-WPU. Over the coming days, students, you will embark on a journey filled with opportunities and challenges. Embrace both with the enthusiasm, for it is through embracing challenges that you will discover your true potential. This university is a canvas for your dreams and aspirations. And one more thing, it's not only your dreams, it's the dream of your parents as well as the dreams of your teachers and aspirations, and we are committed to nurturing your growth in every possible way. Beyond academic pursuits, we offer a wide range of extracurricular activities, sports, and cultural events. I encourage you to explore these opportunities as they will enrich your university experience and allow you to develop skills beyond the classrooms. As you settle into your new home from away from home, remember that you are not alone in this adventure. Our dedicated faculty, staff, and your seniors are always there to support and guide you. Let the spirit of collaboration and mutual respect define your interactions with each other. While you enjoy the excitement of induction, I urge to prioritize your well-being and safety as well. Take care of yourself and your peers, and always be mindful of the choices that you make in your life. I am confident that each one of you has the potential to make a profound impact, not on this university and the world beyond. Your success is our success, and we are eager to see you thrive in the coming years. Once again, I welcome you at MIT-WPU. Let this beginning of transformative and enriching chapter in your life. Congratulations, and make this journey filled with joy, discovery, and endless possibilities. Before I conclude this formal speech, I always give one piece of advice to my students. I will share a small anecdote with all of you. So there was a competition students, and they were two woodcutters, lakadhare the. The competition was that who is going to cut more amount of wood in a given moment of time, let us say 1 hour. दोनों को नई कुल्हाड़ी दी गई, both of them given 2 new axes, and time was given 1 hour. 1 घंटे के बाद दोनों लौट के आए, एक के पास 10 किलो लकड़ी थी, एक के पास सिर्फ 8 किलो लकड़ी थी. दोनों से पूछा कि जब कुल्हाड़ी नहीं थी, दोनों को नई कुल्हाड़ी दी गई, तो ऐसा क्यों है? पहले वाले से पूछा, भैया आपने कितने घंटे लकड़ी काटी? सर मैं 1 घंटा दिया था, मैंने ईमानदारी से मेहनत के साथ 1 घंटा लकड़ी काटी, बट मैं 9 किलो काट पाया या 8 किलो काट पाया. दूसरे से पूछा, भैया आपने कितने घंटे काम करा? उसने बोला, सर झूठ नहीं बोलूँगा, मैंने 20 मिनट तो काम नहीं करा, सिर्फ 40 मिनट काम करा, बट 40 मिनट में मैं 10 किलो लकड़ी काट के ला पाया. हाउ इज़ इट पॉसिबल? A person working for 1 hour is giving you less output. The person working less than the desired time is giving you more output. Is it possible? Yes? Anybody? क्या कर रहा होगा वो 20 मिनट बैठ के? हाँ जी? कुल्हाड़ी शार्प कर रहा होगा. Very good. Let us congratulate once again to all of you that we are having such bright students. So when you are trying to say that you are going to sharpen your axe, what does it mean? What is the significance? That you should not only be a hard worker, whenever any assignments are given to you or whatever the learning you are going to happen in your classes, you have to take a time to reflect. You have to introspect. You have to talk to yourself. You have to find some time out of WhatsApp, Facebook, or whatever you are doing and talk to yourself. Minimum 15 minutes in a day. If you are able to talk to yourself and reflect whatever you have done in the last 1 day, students, this is what will help you in sharpening your own thought process. तो जो अभी आपके पास कुल्हाड़ी है वो कुछ symbolic है, the thought process that you are going to have. So if you are going to do this manner, you will be a smart worker, and within a less span of time, you will be able to do more work, and rest of the time, you may be able to enjoy with your friends. So once again, on behalf of all my colleagues, I welcome you once again, and I wish you all the very best for the times to come. Thank you, students.
We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Dipendra Sharma, sir, for his insightful and inspiring words. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your wisdom with us today. Moving on, I would like to introduce Dr. Akshay Malhotra, sir, the Dean of Academics, to please grace the dais.
A very good afternoon to this bunch of extremely sharp students, I must say. And let me begin by extending a very warm welcome to all of you to the MIT-WPU family. Now, I gather all of you are MBA students. So you know that this term family is very much misused by the industry these days. Every corporate claims We are one happy family, right? Every HR likes to claim that. But on comes the first recession and you start firing people. So let me assure you, this family is not like that. And when I'm actually welcoming you to the MIT-WPU family, I mean, I'm choosing my words very carefully. It is a family. Let me tell you why. All of you have a last name. All of you have a surname. That name is going to stick with you, obviously, for the rest of your life. You didn't choose it, but it's yours for the rest of your life. Similarly, from now onwards, the name MIT-WPU is going to stick with you for the rest of your lives. All the good that this organization has done for the last 40 years, all the goodwill it has earned, all the trust it has earned, all the network it has, all its alumni, all the resources, they are yours. In fact, you are torchbearers of this legacy. But if you are getting so much in return, then obviously kuch dena bhi padega. And what you have to give back in return is that it's up to you now to actually take this legacy forward. So once again, now that I've explained myself, a very warm welcome to all of you to the MIT-WPU family and all that it has to offer. You are truly a part of a multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary university. You name it and we have the schools. And guys, this is a big, big advantage, especially for you, especially for MBA students. Some of the ways how you can leverage this advantage, I'm going to be talking about in the next few slides. Coming straight to academics, this is a very important document known as academic calendar. Go to the website, there's a section called academics, and I'm sure your school will be sharing this, your department will be sharing this document also with you. This document tells you when your classes start, when your classes end, when are the main exams, what are their dates, and so on. Very importantly, it also tells you when the holidays are. Now I can see some of you are straining to see the screen. Okay, I'll do it for you. The Diwali vacation is from 10 November to 16 November, by the way. So I must be the first dean of academics talking about vacation in the introductory lecture, but this is just my humble attempt to make you actually go and visit the website, your website from today onwards, and have a look at least at this very important document. Similarly, under the same tab, by the way, you can see the tab over here, academics, we have the academic notices. This is just one of the many ways that we are going to be communicating with you. Please keep tabs on this page too. This is what a course structure, course credits, distribution of credit approximately looks at MIT-WPU. Percentage-wise, it might not be totally applicable to you this way, but the indigo blue part, the vast majority of the credits, they are obviously the specialization you have chosen, whatever it might be. Your department, I'm sure, has been carrying out induction, and your dean sir did say that you are an exceptionally disciplined lot, and I can see that myself. I'm sure they are going into the nitty-gritty of academics with you and telling you why these courses are important. I'm here to tell you why the small portion over here represented as 20% of the credits, why is this important? The university core courses and the university elective courses. Guys, these can be the real game changers, the real life changers. These courses are the real MIT-WPU advantage. Please don't take them as extra courses. Please don't take them as add-on courses. They are part of your normal academics. They come with credits and marks attached. In fact, they are beyond the normal academics, but yet as important, if not more important than the normal academics. Let me tell you why. Firstly, this is not how we do academics at MIT-WPU. As you can see, the photograph is not of our students. It's clearly visible because in none of our classes our students look like that. So if you're expecting a college life where classes begin at 10 a.m., then another faculty comes, enters the classroom at 11 a.m., followed by a nice leisurely lunch, 1 hour lunch, then you have another 3 lectures, and 5 o'clock there's chutti ho gayi, and then there is Netflix, then there is God not, order food from Zomato, and end of the day, life goes on like that for another month. Then you have exams and so on. I'm sorry, that's not the college life you're going to get at MIT-WPU, at this university. And I'm sure that's not the college life that you want. So as your Dean of Academics, I'm here to assure you that's not what your routine is going to look like. Why? Because we over here strongly feel that it is not just our job to prepare you for that first job interview. I know we have excellent placements, and that's probably one of the main reasons you have come here. But let me tell you this. Expecting a good job, preparing you for the first job, is the very minimum that you should be expecting from your university. It is our job to prepare you for that job interview 15 years from now in a world that we can't even imagine. Just imagine how the last 3-4 years have been. Could we have imagined it 15 years ago? Did any leadership textbooks prepare you for that? No. In fact, I'm a firm believer in that if you can predict it, if you can see it coming, it's probably not the future. The only thing sure about the future is it's going to be uncertain. So it is our job to prepare you for that job interview that you'll be facing 15 years from now in a very uncertain environment. Now you can very well ask me, but how do you do that? I mean, you don't know the future. No, we don't. But we do that by actually preparing you for life. How does one go about preparing for life? Now, life, fortunately, does not come with a 3 or 4 credit course, right? Attend so many classes, pass so and so exam, get an A grade, and you can proudly tell the world, hey, I got an A grade at life. Life doesn't work that way. So how does life work? How do you prepare for life? Basically, what you have to understand, first of all, that life is actually a journey of self-discovery. So by extension, education is actually a journey of self-discovery. Now, you've been in the campus long enough, you know these images are from your campus, and I would say you are in an idyllic environment when it comes to setting about on that journey of self-discovery. That is the very ethos of this university, that's in the DNA of this university. Moving ahead, the next question would be, but how do we go about this journey of self-discovery? Yeah, it sounds cool, it sounds important, but how does one discover oneself? Come to think of it, the answer is pretty simple. You discover yourself by taking the path which you have not taken yet. You discover yourself by taking chances. You discover yourself by taking different options. You discover yourself by failing. Only if you try out various things, you realize what you were good at, and probably you didn't even know. And very often life works in the process of elimination. You are kind of learn, hey, I don't like this, I hate this, I totally don't like this. This I'm okay with, let me go in that direction. You'll be amazed how many times your career goes like that. So it is our job over here to provide you with options. Now this is more relevant to the UG curriculum, semester-wise, it's a 4-year thing. But it gives you an idea that even for you guys, I can assure you that every semester something or the other is going on. That will help you explore your options. That will actually help you set forth on that path of self-discovery. Let me just tell you what some of those options are. Rural Immersion Program. All of you are actually going to go visit a village, visit a rural setting. No, and this is not going to be a cool field trip where you leave at 4 a.m., come back at 7 in the evening and say, oh, what fun we had. You actually go there and spend 3 or 4 nights over there. You actually go there and observe. You actually go there and listen. It's an image, not in video, but these are some of our students from just last year. I mean, look at the eyes of these girls. Look at the expression. Even from the image, you can see that they are actually listening. Listening now has sadly become a lost art. Listening involves a lot of empathy. Listening involves no judging. Listening involves, while the other person is speaking, you're not making up your mind on how to respond. That is listening. Can you actually listen? So you actually have to go there, observe, listen, and then try to come up with some solutions to the problems that people are facing. Now, it will be great if you can come up with some solutions, but even if you come out with no solutions, might happen, right? You're going to come back with such a profound understanding of how the other half of the world is living. You're going to come back with an understanding of how lucky you are. You're going to come back with a deep sense of gratitude. And trust me, you might forget your technical courses. The accounting standards might change. They will change, right? 15 years from now. But these 3-4 days are going to remain with you for the rest of your life. They're going to influence every major decision you take, because every decision is going to come out from the feeling of gratitude. Please take this course very, very seriously. If taken seriously, it can be a life changer. I hope you appreciate that now. But again, that's in your hands. Another important program that we have, course that we have, co-creation. Now this is very interesting. So you'll be blended in a group, thrown into a big melting pot, along with students from other universities. And in, I think, one of the initial few slides only I showed you, you name it and we have the programs. And you actually work on programs, on problems which are very pressing problems, real world problems like drug addiction, screen addiction. And please, please, please do something about the public transport in Pune if you can. While you're working at it, please do something about the road condition also if you can do something. But guys, just a scenario. Let's say you have an engineer in your team, and these days engineers love building apps, don't they? Many of you would have an engineering background. So let's say the engineer says, let's build an app. That will solve whatever the problem is. Let's build an app for that. Then you'll have a student from liberal arts as a part of the team who'll say, yeah, that's okay, but let's not sell the customer's data or anything. That is highly unethical. You might have a student from design thinking also in the team saying, design in the team, saying, this is not user-friendly at all. No, nobody's going to use it. You are probably the only one in the group who's going to say, ye sab to theek hai, it's a beautiful looking functional app, but how do we market it? Is it sustainable? Are people actually going to subscribe to it? And you're going to be branded as the guy who's always thinking about money. So no matter how good the idea you have, right? And all of you should realize this as future leaders. If you can't sell your idea to the other person, if you can't convince the other people in your team, if you can't take them along with you, I'm sorry, your idea is useless no matter how good it is. Now you're going to be the senior students on this campus. But do you have the power, do you have what it takes to sell your ideas? To get people to come along with you? You're going to learn that in this course. And I hope you can appreciate now how important that is. This is something that we do every year. It's an annual event. It's a flagship event in innovation and entrepreneurship. You're going to be shown a video of this also later. So I won't go into the details of it. But let me share with you one of the outcomes of that came from this event last year. And I believe it's going to be hosted later this month, actually. So last year we had 40 plus speakers, 104 startups on campus, and a footfall of 10,000 plus people. Some of our students asked very interesting questions from these startup founders. In return, they got the answer, अच्छा इतना ही शौक है, इतने अच्छे आइडिया है तो आ जाओ काम कर लो. They got internship offers right there and then. That could be you. These are the opportunities that lie in front of you. But provided you do your homework, you're going to be exposed to lot many people from industry, lot many guest lectures. If you just hear them out, just come, hear them, and then walk away, and then, oh, bahut maza aaya. What a fantastic guy. Great, huh? Got so much to learn. Trust me, next day you would have forgotten all about it. What next day in the next half an hour? Are you willing to do your homework on the speaker? Are you willing to know what his organization stands for? Are you willing to do your homework on any tough decisions he has taken? Then do you have the guts to stand in the crowd and ask the questions that come to your mind without thinking, log kya kahenge? If you can do that, then you might be the guy to whom the next internship is offered right there and then. But again, you have to prepare yourself. This handsome-looking bald guy, everyone knows. Somehow whenever I'm been making a lot of these induction speeches, whenever I call him handsome, everybody starts smiling. I think fairly good-looking dude, right? So all of you know who he is, right? Can you name him? Jeff Bezos. So what's he doing in this slide? Okay, time for a story. So Amazon had just recently started delivering packages by drones. You are MBA students, you know that quarterly results come out and then there are conference calls. So Jeff was asked by one of the analysts, hey Jeff, you just recently started delivering packages by drones. Is that what you're gonna bet the future of Amazon on? Delivering packages by drones, He gave actually a fantastic insight, very insightful answer. Remember, this is the founder of Amazon speaking. He said, I have no idea what the technology is going to do 5 years from now, what the popular technology is going to be 5 years from now, let alone 10 years or 15 years. I have no idea what the future holds. So rather than bet the future of my company, rather than bet the future of Amazon on predicting something, you only predict when you're not sure, right? And getting it wrong, I would rather bet the future of my company on something that I know that's not going to change. Let's call these the unchangeables. I think his answer is actually very insightful for its simplicity. And you'll find that's very common with a lot of the answers that Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger also give. I hope all of you attend their annual session in Omaha. If you don't, please do so. God bless them with long lives, but I think there might be just a few of them left. Anyway, I'm digressing. So then he said, what are these unchangeables? I'm giving them the name unchangeables. These are the things that he's betting the future of Amazon on. He said, no matter what the technology, no matter what happens in the next 10, 15 years, customers are always going to want more variety of goods to choose from. You guys agree? That's true, right? No matter what the future holds like or what looks like. Second, customers are always going to want faster delivery times. Again, that's an unchangeable. Nobody in this room can argue that would be wrong. Nobody is going to say, thoda dheere bhejna. First unchangeable is, again, impossible to argue. People are always going to want cheaper goods. So he said, these three things are never going to change, and that's what I'm betting the future of Amazon on. And even if you study the past of Amazon, that's exactly what he has been doing. So these courses, the university level foundation courses, are actually what we are betting your future on. We think these are unchangeables. We think even if the world, like some are saying, becomes totally dominated, we live in an AI/ML dominated society, 15 years from now, the world is run by robots. But do you think ever a company is going to come 15 years from now to this very campus for placement and say, hey, we have one filter, don't give us students who are good thinkers. We don't want people who can critically think. No matter what, the world is going to need critical thinkers, course on critical thinking. Do you think a company is ever going to come and say, don't give us people who speak well, we don't want them. That's why the course on communication skills. Design thinking, so important. Why? Because it teaches you a lot of empathy. And if we really live in the future, it is an AI-dominated world, I think empathy is going to become even more important. Most basic trait in a leader? Empathy. So these are the courses which we are going to be offering to you guys. And I hope you take them very, very seriously and you realize they are as important as your specialized courses. These courses, at least according to me, are the unchangeables. I hope you guys will agree with me when I say there is no tool that is actually more powerful than education. You have seen it. But just like, actually, the more powerful a tool, the more the potential for its misuse. So all that I have listed till now are just tools that we are going to be equipping you with. But at the same time, we are also going to be nudging you. We are going to be influencing you that you use these tools for the right purpose. And according to the vision of our Honorable Chancellor, for us the right purpose is making the world a better place. Just look at this campus. It's all around you. There is a peace in the name of your university. It stands for something. In fact, it stands for everything. We want to make sure that you don't forget that. That's in your DNA. That's what you use your education for. So we'll also be having courses about peace, which are part of your curriculum. Guys, I hope now you understand and appreciate the importance of these courses. Rest are tools. This is how to use these tools. But let not today be about academics. Academics can wait. You're going to be hearing from a lot many speakers today. Please take the time to introspect and reflect that what do you want from these 2 years. Till undergrad, in our society, parents have a lot of choice and say in what the child does and where he goes for studies. But now you got nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. You made this choice. You said, I want to study more. You chose this university. So it's up to you and only you. What do you want to make out of your time over here? These 2 years can go by very, very quickly. It can all fall into one big routine if you're not careful, one day followed by the other. Can you actually think and come up with some goals? What do you actually want out of these 2 years? If you just, I want a good job, or I want so-and-so package, or I want to join so-and-so company, I'm sorry, you are really selling yourself short and you're not taking full advantage of studying at this university. Getting a good job, getting a good package is probably, it's an outcome. I would rather you talk about processes during your time with us. What do you want out of this time with us? Start with the larger picture, because once you get into the daily routine, that's what it becomes a routine if you're not careful. So with that, I would like to thank you all for being such a patient audience. You are really a very disciplined lot, sir was right. And I wish you all the best during your time with us. Thank you and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Mrudula Kulkarni ma'am, the Dean of Student Affairs.
My dear students, welcome to MIT-WPU University. After you have completed your undergraduate studies, you have opted for the postgraduate studies in MIT-WPU, and I congratulate all of you for choosing MIT-WPU. So, very seriously, you have extended your studies for next 2 years with purpose, with aspiration, and with some objective. And we stand here along with you to fulfill this objective and your perspective towards your education and professional growth. And for that, we have various associations, various domains who will be in a supporting role for you through these 2 years. One of that is Office of Student Affairs, who will be closely associated with you in every aspect. And all those aspects, they can be categorized in these domains where all the campus activities, all the student activities, when you are representing MIT-WPU outside the campus, uh, activities carried out under your faculty, department, or in class, annual social gathering, etc. These are all functions, these activities will be supported by Office of Student Affairs. And we are there alongside with you for all these activities. We are also responsible for your safety within the campus and the education that we are providing here, not only in campus, in classes, but outside the classes. So we have got various other plug-in domains like career success services, cooperative education, uh, peer learning through student clubs, student association, professional bodies, community services, service learning, etc. So we will be working in these aspects as well. We have counseling services and buddy support system, and especially from you students, the postgraduate students, I'm expecting that you will work and contribute for the university development for the younger students, undergraduate students as buddy students who will help them, who will guide them, and who will take care of your younger students on the campus as a buddy friends. So I invite you along with your faculty members as well as dean. We will devise the system for this buddy mentorship where you can be in association with the younger students and help us have a professional development for all the students on the campus. Some of the areas of interaction which are having a formal setup, we can categorize them as international student services for all the international students, learning assistance, academic as well as non-academic assistance through various platforms. Canteen is there, by now you must have located where it is. Hostels are there. Some of you might have taken the admission in hostels near the university campus, and some campuses are slightly away from this main campus. We are responsible for your conduct, academic conduct as well as behavioral conduct. And for that, we will be hosting many wellness programs as and when required. If you have any good ideas regarding the development and wellness programs, please come up to us. We are open for all the new ideas along with what we are doing already. Under the University Grants Commission, this is the typical framework, which is a mandatory framework, which must be there in any university, be it a WPU or any other university. So these are some mandatory committees. They are Student Grievance Committee for the grievances redressal, and for which we have created an online portal also. You may make use of this online portal for lodging your any grievances. There is Student Discipline Committee to address discipline issues, but you are all elder students. I don't think you will require this kind of assistance, and I'm sure about that. There is Anti-Ragging Committee, Internal Complaints Committee, there is Hostel Committee, Canteen Committee, and the counselors group where we are having trained psychologists who will help you if required for your mental health issues and mental well-being. And as I said that faculty mentors are already there. So along with faculty mentors, you are also associated with the faculty mentors as mentee as well as buddy mentors. So both ways you will be contributing for the university development. I have got very high hopes as buddy mentors from you, elder students. Now that you have at a particular stage of your age and you are at the senior most step of this university hierarchy, we are also having a support system from the students by virtue of the student councils, which are student leaderships. And we have created some position for student leadership. We call it a student council. And we elect the student in a democratic way. So from class representative elections to the student council elections, the entire framework is there, which is operated in a democratic manner. If you are feeling that you have leadership abilities or you want to develop your leadership abilities, this platform is there for you. Be a part of it, and you may show your leadership in various avenues of your choice, be it from cultural, sports to any other thing. But this position is restricted to only this student council positions. There are many more. So you can choose any position, any outlet of your choice and your strength. So identify where you would like to plug in. We have different campus clubs. We call it as student clubs and organization. Around 120 organizations and student clubs are present as of today, and they are growing every year. And these clubs are categorized into academic clubs, techno-fest clubs, techno-science forums, cultural clubs, sports club having professional inclination as well as a recreational inclination. Then we have social and political training clubs, professional industry connect through CIAP, industry partnership cell, media and publication group. And by the time you will graduate, you will be automatically a member of alumni club as well. And MIT-WPU is having alumni as almost 40 years old. It is having chapters all over the globe in every continent. Automatically you will become the member of alumni club, and you will be associated with classmates and friends and elder students, alumnus of MIT-WPU throughout your life. You can think of various ways of collaboration through alumni. So that way this platform is going to be useful for you. What way you want to utilize it, it is up to you. This is the present scenario of student activities. You may choose any platform of your choice and your strength. And these are the domains in which these clubs are working, but this is not the bar. There can be many more out of this bracket which is shown here. And there is a typical format how it works. In a very professional manner, these clubs work. So you are the students, management students are the students who can give this particular setup a formal framework for the management, proper management of any association, any activity. There are some guidelines laid down, but still you can improvise it year by year. And who else than you can do that job? So this is how we believe in the holistic development of the student and sharpening their skills and enhancing the professional skills, developing you into a transformed personality. That's why we call it as a journey of life transformation at MIT-WPU. So we wish all of you to be a winning personalities by making use of not only the learning in classroom, but outside the classroom, as well as with all the platforms, all the opportunities that have been created at MIT-WPU University. Quickly, I will go through some disciplinary instructions that I should give you. It is my duty that I should let you know the framework of discipline. Since you are all mature students, elder students, I don't think I will have to elaborate it more. We'll just glance through it. You have already given the signature, you have given the undertaking that you have read all these instructions. If not, please read it or visit the website where the student handbook is there, and please follow the disciplinary instructions. And just like the instructions in detail I gave in all the undergraduate program students, I will not be doing the same thing here. I'm sure you are all mature enough because of the discipline that I can see here for this session. We'll just quickly go through this. I-card, etc. is to be worn all the time. And please pay attention to your attendance. Very important thing about the issues which will have a very broad perspective are anti-ragging and consumption of alcohol, tobacco or drugs. So please do not get involved into any kind of such activity. There is zero tolerance policy by the university for these issues, and there is only one outcome of that, that is rustication. So please pay attention to these two important issues. Possession of any alcohol, drug or on campus or in hostels. Hostels are also university campuses, so that is not permitted. Do not get involved into ragging type of activities. And I will leave all other disciplinary instructions for you to read it yourself. You are wise enough for that. And this is all from my side. I wish you all a glorious transformation for 2 years. I know you all are serious about your professional growth because this is your post-graduation, 2 years of post-graduation. And you are looking forward to a good professional start after you graduate. I wish you the same. Thank you so much and welcome once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Ramesh Siddhavatam, sir, Senior Director, CIAP.
Yeah, good afternoon to you all. So this is Center for, as you see on the dais, the screen, Center for Industry and Academia Partnership. This particular department talks essentially about placements, career services, internships, entrepreneurship, higher education. So whatever is the career option of your choice, I am sure people would have done more deliberations, asking your well-wishers, relatives, what kind of university would suit you more, what kind of course would suit you more. Okay. Now, I will talk about quickly what we do and how we help you from the first year itself. I think most of you are MBA and MCA students who are sitting here. So I prepared this slide for whatever year, okay, it is like engineering or MBA or MCA, it works, these slides for them. But you need to actually connect and correlate to your year. Now, if you see here, this slide, core skill, live projects, certifications, internships, leading to internships, whatever you learn from your academics as a part of your curriculum through assessments and grades, until unless you converge it into a real-time solutioning and application, okay, it will not come to the expectations nearer or closer to of industries and different companies which they conduct different contests, competitions, hackathons, or when they come for internship, they ask you what is your project, what kind of assignment you did. All this, okay, converges into what you have learnt to give a real-time possible solutions for the real-time questions and let us say problems that exist in the society. Now, if you talk about, I'm talking about aptitude tests, which are very critical for you, okay, to learn technical tests. Apart from these two, if you see this slide, okay, from first year when I wrote, this is keeping 4 years in mind. For you, if it is MCA, MBA, 2 years, in the first year, in the first 6 months itself, you have to talk about the enablers, key enablers which help you as a part of skilling and competencies to help you to reach out to the kind of career progression which you are opting. It could be job, it could be higher education, like which I told you, or entrepreneurship. Now, if you see the kind of companies which exist here, these are the different kinds of companies if you talk about, starting from first day of your journey in your career. I'm talking about education, okay? You are eligible to become brand ambassador. That means your name, by your name, people will call you as he or she is so-and-so brand ambassador for Google, brand ambassador for Microsoft, brand ambassador for IBM. If you see all these competitions, hackathons, etc., these are all of that order, which not only give you a very good opportunity in terms of a role for you, but also stipend with minimum I am talking about 50,000 per month, to it goes about 2 to 3 lakh per month. All you need is that grit, determination, okay, discipline, goal, commitment, seriousness from you. Yes, I want to be there and this is my dream. Okay. Now we call proudly ourselves as we are an embodiment of spiritual things involved in our part of our, there is, I think one of our sessions is also on value-based education. When you talk about values, ethics, morals, values, attitude, you are all management MCA and MCA guys. That's why I'm talking about this language. This dream of getting, dream, objective and goal. If I ask you anyone, what is your goal? What is your objective? For a second, you will think, or let us say even for 2-3 days also, you will not come to know what is your goal. So for which CAP, Center for Industry Academia Partnership, we help you to derive a goal for you. We help you to set an objective for you. 6 months a goal, okay, an objective. In 1 year, what should be your objective? In 1.5 years, what should be that objective? 2 years, finally, what should be the outcome where you want to be? I will just recollect, okay, because, we talk about, so much about spirituality, Vivekananda words, okay, and you talk about, let us say, any scripture, people talk about these management terms. These are not nothing new. These are from past Upanishads and scriptures, be it Bible, be it Quran, be it, Hinduism, you name it, Buddhism. All people have stories. These are real-time stories which will help you to nurture your, let us say, character, nurture your personality, help you to build that kind of character and personality which will help you to be successful. I'll give a small story. We have 5 more minutes. This story will call for 5 minutes for sure. That's why I kept this time exclusively for this. How many of you have heard about Ramayana, and how many of you know who actually gave Ramayana? Yeah, please. Yeah. Valmiki. How many kandas? 7 kandas. Please sit. That itself is great. Good that you know. In that Sundarakanda, how many of you heard Sundarakanda name? Yes. Okay. It is one of the kandas. I'm talking about first chapter. 68 chapters he had written. First chapter I am talking about. 212 poems. All these 212 poems are nothing but there are 4 obstacles Lord Hanuman he overcomes in these 212 poems, which is a beautiful, actually, for us, a motivational, or you call, soft skill, or you call, etc., goal setting, or you call undivided attention. Okay, the first obstacle, Lord Hanuman, and for all your just information, because not many know Sundarakanda, in just 10 seconds, the book Sundarakanda is about starting Hanuman. I will find out Sita, where Sita is. Okay, he will get onto the top of a hill and he will get into, okay, flight mode, on the air, and he will go in search of Sita, and he will go to Lanka, he will see Sita, okay, and then he comes back to Rama and he says, I have seen Sita. That's all. This is whole Sundarakanda about. Starting journey, but that first chapter we talk, total 68 chapters, first chapter, it is about 4 obstacles, which he crosses. Every one individual, if you connect to yourself, you will have these 4 obstacles. The first obstacle, okay, what you will have is to have the dream which I presented here. If it is some other dream which you have, can I cross this ocean? They asked many people, can you cross? Everyone said, no, I will not be able to cross. Only Hanuman was able to decide that yes, I want to have this dream, objective of seeing Sita. How many of you want to become brand ambassador for, let us say, Microsoft? Can I become brand ambassador of Microsoft? Google? I think it is not my job. Sorry, I am not capable of doing this. Am I worth enough to know to be that? That itself is the first obstacle. Please understand, as management and MCA student, that having the dream, goal, setting for yourself to understand what is my strength, as per in that alignment, can I have a goal set for myself, is the first obstacle, which Lord Hanuman did successfully overcome. Second, immediately after some 20 to 30 poems, he actually gets an obstacle, which actually is not obstacle as per us. Mainaka Parvata, it is a mountain at that time, it has wings. Mountains used to have wings. So Lord Indra had cut the wings because these mountains were falling everywhere and destroying others are able to like a sort of hindrance. So one particular mountain, this Mandara Parvata, which had hid himself in the ocean so that Indra will not be able to see him. But because of the request of Samudra, who is in the sea, where Lord Hanuman is going on the top, basis his request, Samudra Parvata comes out, Meru Bandara, to give rest. It is offering rest, food and etc. to Lord Hanuman. But Lord Hanuman resists. He says, I am here for a purpose. I am going to meet Lord Sita. I want to see her, only till then I will rest. I will not even drink or eat anything in between. So that kind of commitment Lord Hanuman had, and this is the second obstacle. You just imagine you came to Pune. If it is not your place, your relatives will call you, your friend will call you for a movie, for a restaurant, for etc. etc. We will get tempted to go. This is another obstacle for us. Okay, so treat that way. I am trying you to help you to link, to the realities. Third obstacle, there is something called Surasa. It's a Nagamata, sent by gods to test Lord Hanuman. Lord Hanuman itself had a test. Who are we? Lord Surasa said, you are offered to me by gods as food. Please enter into my mouth. It had opened her mouth so big to such a kilometers. Lord Hanuman also is enlarging his body physically. Then all of a sudden, he intelligently reduced his size to the size of a fly and then went into her mouth and came out. Surasa. So here, he knows he has to win this obstacle with intelligence. Last one, fourth obstacle, Simhika. This is the last one. It actually drags Lord Hanuman while he is going up in air on the sky. It actually pulls down his strength, and he enters into the body of Simhika, and he kills the heart. He pulls out her heart and he kills and he wins final obstacle also. The third and fourth one are very common to us. You will have good friends, bad friends. Good friends are like Surasa, where you have to be knack and intelligent. You have to make friendship with them. Be with them. They have to be in convergence with you and on same frequency of what your goal is with them. Very intelligently, tactfully, you have to follow that and see that you are overcoming it. Last one, Simhika friends. Like, let us go for movies. Let us go for, let us say, smoking, drinking, all bad habits. You have to kill it. You should not even entertain. So that is what you call as Simhika kind of karma. Shuddha karma, Vishuddha karma. So these four things, if that Valmiki says, if anyone overcomes these four, he will be successful in their life. Whoever it is. So you just imagine the comforts are the second obstacle. Having a dream itself is first obstacle. Like not many will have that obstacle. And finally Simhika and Surasa. Everyone's life, these four will be there. If you use diligently your life, I think you will be successful. And for that only, because I'm glad this is management and MCA. Now just imagine this is nothing but a management lesson. Okay? This is self-motivation for us. For you to keep disciplined, self-motivated. Okay? These soft skills, spoken English, communication skills, leadership skills, nothing but these are coming from there only. We are just making stories out of it and creating books out of it. This is long time, done by people and personified, please. Okay, and I wish you, I think I ran out of time by 2 minutes. Okay, my apologies for that. Okay, best of luck to you all in your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your beautiful insight. Now I would like to call upon our Honorable Registrar, Mr. Ganesh Pokhare, sir.
Very good afternoon. Very good afternoon to those who are awake, and best afternoon to those who could manage to sleep in the sounds of claps and all the speakers talking. So I, first of all, welcome you all to this wonderful campus of MIT-WPU on behalf of our founder president Vishwanath Karat sir, our executive president Rahul sir, our vice chancellor Dr. R.M. Chitnis sir, my senior colleagues, faculties and every one of us. Welcome to a wonderful campus. You all among those 10% out of those 100% who apply to be part of this university. So I think it's a good thing for all of you to be here. I am Professor Ganesh. I am the registrar for the university. Registrar is supposed to be the administrative head for the university, and he also is the disciplinary authority for the university. So I think another 10 minutes of your time we'll have a few do's and don'ts seen on this academic journey of yours for 2 years, 3 years, depending upon your program. There are a lot of turns, speed breakers, quick corners, uphills, certain caution notes. At certain places, there are no street lights. So you all have to be all awake. So I think, let me give you that thing first. If you all follow by that, we'll have a very comfortable journey going forward. You happen to be liking something during the speech, don't clap loud. There are still few people still into a good mood. So maybe at the end, we'll clap slower. So this is a very famous quote I appreciate. These are a couple of guiding principles for all of us as MIT-WPU and to take journey forward with you all. Everybody is genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. Why are we saying this? We are saying this because we know every one of you have got something very unique in you. You all have excelled into the given academics. You could make a place as MIT-WPU. However, MIT-WPU, if you look at the large canvas of alumni is what we have more than 1 lakh plus alumni all across the globe. We have alumni today, they are in the field of actors, entrepreneurship, politics, scientists, leaders, every walks of life we have alumni. Why is that? Because MIT always care for space and pace of everyone. Whichever space you want to be seen yourself or whichever space you are moving, MIT takes care of that. So that's why we say you all are genius. We have that firm belief. And then once we say that, we ensure that we will not judge you on one simple scale to all of you. Everyone, when you go out from student to a professional journey, we ensure that we create an ecosystem or mechanism with the help of all our faculties and our ecosystem that you will deserve what you best look forward to. While we do so, there are certain few things very compulsory. We normally, on the campus, it is always seen that engineering people are more disciplined, normally. Or maybe they are less bad compared to the management students. This is something which we somehow feel like. I am very sure this batch will change our perception that you are also going to be equally and more disciplined. So there are a few things we would like to let you know. There is a student handbook given to all of you, which is around 70-75 page document. Please go through that. Lot of that is covered in that handbook. It is just few of them been shown here. But since we do not read things, we neither read the car manual, neither we read the mobile manual. We do not read anything. But ensure that you will read the 74 pages document of student handbook. That helps you to sail through this academic journey. We have a uniform at university. Every Monday and Thursday we have uniform. Other than that, all those days of your examination, any formal function, your interviews, placement drives, exam, you have uniform. So ensure that you have it, you wear it regularly. Not wearing uniform and ID card calls for disciplinary action as well as fine. So if there's a penalty on that. The penalty of uniform and ID card, if you do not have both of it at a time, that goes around 1,500 rupees per day. That's not for per month, it's per day. Next year found same 1,500. So 1,500 is quite a good amount, which will buy you 1 year OTT subscription for some things you want. So instead of vesting in here, I do not want your fine, I just want you to be fine. So ensure that you wear uniform and identity card very diligently at all times. Saying that this is late university hours, holidays, any day you're on campus, you have to have an identity card. We are very sure that you will create your identity someday when you go out as a proud alumni from here. But till that time, we'll carry this card to indicate your identity. This is a self-explanatory slide. This must be haunting you from long. Maybe your 8th, 9th, 10th standard, 11th, 12th, I'm not sure. There are a lot of boards nowadays. CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE and whatnot. IB and then a couple of other things also. So, but there's something which remains with us during this journey also. Maybe MBA, maybe BBA, whichever stream you are in. We all feel that we are genius. Why we're supposed to be sitting in the classrooms? We can learn things otherwise also. At MIT-WPU, this attendance is not sitting physically into the classrooms. We are a university where a lot of engagement, experiential activities are undertaken. So we have a lot of events for you to learn. My teachers really have a lot to give you. Our classroom ecosystem events, National Academy Immersion Program, couple of assignments and everything. They have a lot mean to do something to you. And in this learning, teaching, learning process, the other end should exist. If you are not there available, then there's a trouble. And we also encourage our faculty extremely to take the surprise test. Now, since those are surprise tests, those can't be declared 5 days before. That on 8th of August, we have a surprise test. There's no surprise remain like that. So we encourage faculties to take the surprise test. You happen to be absent on surprise test, there's a double surprise you have. One very immediate and one in the result. So make sure that you will meet 75% of the attendance. And 75% is 75%. 74.4 is 74.4. It is not 75%. Your academic ordinance says attendance compulsory is 90%. Then it's a relief. At least 75 sounds better than 90%. Why 75 to 90% gap? This 15% can be given with the permission of the Vice Chancellor. If you really have a family emergency or certain medical emergencies, then this 15% can be considered. Otherwise, 75% is non-negotiable. If you happen to be meeting me after the end of the exam, during the semester or end of the semester for a lesser attendance, I sit in the Dhaneshwar building. I have a beautiful office therein. And there's no reason why you should see my office, how beautiful it is, if you have a lesser attendance. If you meet me there, at the most I can order you a coffee, and not lot can happen over that coffee, right? You may feel like inviting your parents, they come with the ward. In that case, we will only order 3 coffees, and nothing can happen over those coffees also. So 75% is non-negotiable thing. Do not think. Pune is a beautiful place, lot of historical points, lot of things around. You will become friends, you will go out, you will go to monsoon, you will go to Lonavala in the monsoon, Khandala, you must go. You go there, you fall sick, 25%. You go there, you have an extended plan to go from maybe Lonavala to Khandala and then Alibag and everywhere, still in 25%. Nothing falls in 75%. Be very sure on that. No smoking, no alcohol, no non-veg on the campus within 4 walls of it. If you are short of attendance, you will only lose 1 semester, and next semester you still can be part of the system. Anything of this is caught seen. I have, fortunately, I have the authority by the UGC that I can rusticate someone on the spot. And I have done that in past. Our system has done that in past. So let's not go. Since none of you are going to do this, we'll not spend much time on this slide. Since you all have seen it, we'll move forward. But we do not want this to be seen. Social media etiquettes. I can see all of you have good etiquettes. The way you all are sitting, excluding some of you, you have good etiquettes. We also have to be talking about social media etiquettes. Social media is an extremely powerful tool. We encourage you all to be present there. Physical identities and digital identities. We are part of this world. Be there. Use it very positively, proactively, constructively. We do not engage, would like you to engage and encourage you with your presence or with your comment or anything will have any cause or any harm to the peace of your fellow colleague, your friend, peer, faculties, university, society, and that will be dealt very seriously. And I don't know whether Ramesh sir before me have told you or not, nowadays, while someone recruits you, your digital profiles are also scanned very heavily. Because what you speak, what you say is scanned very heavily. Even at the Amazon jungle to be safe and secure. However, we have a lot of activities planned. Events are planned. We have something very unique called as rural immersion program, where we encourage all of you to go and stay at the rural Bharat for 5 days at the house of the farmer. Why is that? Farmer need not to learn anything from you. They are happy with the Parle-G, they don't need 5G, right? And they live their life very sustainable. We are supposed to get sensitized towards how people manage against all odds for that. So you happen to be exploring, you are all explorer generation. You happen to be exploring a couple of places into the village. You may came across a snake. It's not his or her mistake, it's our mistake because we are into their territory. So we do give you all the guidelines for events. We encourage you to go for a trek. We give you all the guidelines and we really want you to be responsible, that you ensure everything is followed neat and clean. So that's there. We are 100% anti-ragging campus, ragging-free campus. We haven't registered any case of ragging so far, and we are dead confident that we will not register henceforth also. Why? Because we have a very strong mentor-mentee network. We take everyone here part of a family. So you all are safe and a happy environment in here. This is all applicable to you. You are in first year. This is applicable to you more when you become seniors. Because every year we call ourselves as an anti-ragging campus and we have a proud carrying it. Fee payment guidelines. You all will be notified. One more disclaimer, you all are university students now. Maybe UG or PG, you all are university student now. We do not send letters to your parents that this is the attendance. Neither we go phone call, neither we send message, and we will not send it. We will have simple ERP system. Faculty will punch the attendance in the ERP. It is visible to you. It is responsibility of every one of you to ensure that your attendance is meeting the required criteria. Similarly, there are fees notification, exam fee notification, everything will be sent to you on your official email IDs. Your prn@mitwpu.edu.in. That's what is the communication mode. Do not show us the WhatsApp message sent by someone, screenshot taken by someone. We don't publish our timetable on Insta, right? It comes only on the official email IDs. So ensure that you're paying attention and you're paying the fees. Any lapse to that invites 250 rupees per day. 10 days, 2,500, 20 days, 5,000. That also can buy a lot of OTT subscriptions out of that. So we don't want fine from you. Ensure the deadlines are made very diligently. When we do all of it, we normally sound very serious. When we do all of it, we also have a wonderful sports facility coming in another 3 months. World-class sports facility. And we highly encourage our students to be part of sports event. You must have seen certain accolades kept at the entrance of this hall. We have a lot of players who are nationally, internationally played and won the things. So I still have 1 minute, 58 seconds. So please ensure that you become part of it. We have formal accommodations into our academic ordinance and examination ordinance for you to participate in sports. Please go through that, please read it. So ultimately what we are aiming one university, one team. What does that mean? We already, when you get into MIT, you become part of that 1 lakh plus global alumni network, 4 decades of legacy. Everything you become part of this name, fame, and brand. When we come together and we multiply our efforts, when your efforts get clubbed and multiplied with the faculties, your peer students, we really flourish very high. So please interact with the other school students, have common projects, have common research projects, activities, team, all of it. And then we multiply our efforts together to become one university, one team. I started with a quote. So obviously, smart people could understand I'm ending with a quote. Evaluate what you want, because what gets measured gets produced. I started with a quote that all of you are genius. And we still believing that you are genius. Point is, evaluate what you want. What do you want to become? You want to become an entrepreneur? We have a provision. 53 startups have got into successful company conversion in last few years at MIT-WPU. If you become a researcher, academician, whatever, but please evaluate what you want. If that get evaluated, it can get measured here and it can get produced also here. So all of that can happen in here. Just you have to be part of this ecosystem very actively, enthusiastically, and happily. Now, when I say this, last disclaimer, when anything you should be meeting registrar only on such occasions, on campus somewhere for good afternoon, good morning, something, maybe on the events where you have some celebrations happening, and then finally at the convocation. In between, we should not be meeting much because there's no reason you should be meeting me, unless and until you met an accident, academic accidents. So have healthy driving habits, all of it. Registrar office is a ICU ward. It's not a general OPD. General OPD lies with your program directors and your faculties. If you have something minor, please get yourself treated there itself. don't convert it to a longer disease. Have healthy academic habits. It's ICU ward. ICU ward also has a limited success rate. Everyone goes inside, not necessarily comes this side, it also can go that side. So ensure that you will not meet the surgeon at the ICU ward. You happen to be meeting me. I have medicine and a coffee both, but not necessarily it will work on you every time. So with this disclaimer, I welcome you back again on this MITWPU campus. Let's have a happy and a joyful journey together. Post this, one slide will make you clap. It has a thank you mention on it, but don't clap loud. Couple of people are still into best afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Milind Patre, sir, Associate Dean of Peace Studies.
Thank you very much. Because the talks are going on about OPD, general ward, so I thought that probably let's take the clue. Actually, the whole world is in a way a mental asylum, and somehow some people are trying to maintain the sanity. It looks everybody has gone eccentric, astray, and somehow we try to be, or we try to show. Most of the times we know that we behave in such a gorgeous way, such a beautiful way, that even the gods and goddesses also become very proud of us. My goodness, I mean, I'm not that compassionate. But within 24 hours, we behave in such a way that probably the gods and goddesses say that Genghis Khan is better than. So we keep on swaying between these two polarities. And that's why probably the heading, as you see it, is Peace Program. Because if the university is Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, then it becomes incumbent upon you and me and the whole university as such, something of the peace element has to be there as a part of our academic delivery and the curriculum. So it is not only some optional thing like that, but it is imperative. It is important for us. Because the whole university revolves around the prophetic vision of Swami Vivekananda, and probably none other than Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir echoed the same patriotic, that prophetic vision millions of times, which Vivekananda said in 1897, that in 21st century, India or my Bharat will again emerge as Vishwa Guru. Probably we hear this word and we say, it's okay, but it's not, it's okay. When people like Swami Vivekananda say something, it is not merely some interaction of the tongue and the palate and some air goes out and the words. That's not the case. Vivekananda says India will again emerge as a Vishwaguru, so there are two components. One, it means India was Vishwaguru prior. So what a great understanding to know that this country, my country, Bharat, was a leading light to the whole humanity in the past. We belong to that ancestral past. And then we lost the balance, and we still are off the balance in a way. But then Vivekananda says in 21st century, again it will emerge as a Vishwaguru. And as the destiny would have it, one person with the name Swami Vivekananda, and then his staunch follower, Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, and now with scale, with the Executive President Rahul Karad sir taking it ahead in a magnanimous way, that immense possibility lies within and my lifetime, and it is to come through you and me. And so that's what the peace syllabus is created. And there is an immense need for that also. Because human elements are not only physical, there are many aspects, mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual. And one medicine is not sufficient for that. For example, if the ailment is physical, physical medicine helps. For example, some of you are suffering from fever, for example. So what do? You go to a chemist. You buy paracetamol. Nowadays, Dolo is very famous. So you buy Dolo, take the medicine, you feel good. But what when you are full of anger? When you are full of misery? When you are in pain? When there is a relationship issue? when somebody betrayed you, when somebody insulted you, when you are feeling down, dejected, which chemist will give you the medicine? And by the way, which book you have studied, thousands of books in your life, you will open and say that here lies the solution to my misery. Where is the book? Which book will you open if you are full of anger? Chemistry, physics, biology, mathematics? No, sir. There needs a whole new different syllabus, a whole new system of toolkits, a whole new gestalt by which you look at the world and your life into it. And that's what this syllabus is all about. And probably if you take a look to your left and see the face of one gentleman there, if you look at your left, what you see is Dr. Albert Einstein, his photograph. Some of you can see, some of you cannot see. But Dr. Albert Einstein, one of the genius of 21st century, Albert Einstein said, and I quote again, he says that the significant problem you face today cannot be solved at the same level of thinking you were at when you created them. I repeat again. The significant problem you have and I have in my life, in your life, and everybody has got, they cannot be solved if we continue to stay at the same level of thinking. Because if we are at the same level of thinking and they are solved, then they would not have created. And the solution doesn't lie in other person, in some remedy. The solution lies only in rising above that consciousness, the level where we are living. And to create that higher degree of consciousness is the whole purpose of this peace program, especially for UG as well. And so we firmly believe in the value-based universal education system. We believe that there are universal principles. We call them universal values or universal principles. And universal because they are everywhere. They apply to all nations. They apply to societies, to organizations, to you and me. For example, principle of gravity. You cannot say, oh, I don't believe in principle of gravity. You will suffer if you don't believe that. If you go and jump from the 4th floor, 5th floor, and say that I don't trust gravity. So gravity will not say that because he doesn't trust, I'll not apply on him. Gravity will apply. If the principle of gravity works, whether you believe it or not, the principle of integrity, the principle of honesty, the principle of action, the principle of justice, they also work whether you understand it or not, whether you believe it or not. They do work. That's what we call it as a value-based universal education. And this is what you are going to be. So I'm going to read this sentence because this is what we expect you to become if you are in sync with this university's value system. What is that? To inculcate in you the appropriate understanding of the scientific as well as the spiritual component of life through multidisciplinary value-based universal education system, thereby transforming you into ethical professionals so that you become the responsible citizen of the global society. So when you have taken admissions in MIT-WPU University, no more we are local, no more just belong to a particular state or no, sir. Global citizen is the only thing because that's what this whole system, this whole ecosystem is working at. That's what national education policy says. That's what our 5,000-year-old generation says, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, the whole earth is one family. So it gives us an advantage that we think like that. It is not only the monopoly of America to say that they are the global policers. No. We are. Because we live the righteous life. We were Vishwaguru and we are about to also in that sense. So this is the mission. And various levels of peace also, at individual peace. I'll just say that unless you are at peace with yourself, all other talks of peace are simply absurd. So the first responsibility for you and me is to be at peace. And then everything follows, maybe the peace at the interpersonal level and other things. And so I'll just skip for the want of time. This is what the 2 programs of the peace for you are going to be like. These are the 4 credits programs for you. One is scientific studies. Yes, anything? You want to talk to sir? Shakti sir, they want to talk to you. As soon as you came, they said, welcome. Okay, you can clap for Shakti sir, Thank you. Okay. Now, if that part is over, I want you to just take a look at the subject which you are going to understand in this 2 years. Scientific studies of mind, matter, spirit, consciousness. Huge subject. Please understand. 2000 years ago, the world said that now the whole planet Earth has taken a new curve. We call it as a BC and AC. 2000 years ago, with the birth of Jesus Christ, we said the world is not going to be the same again. That's why we say time is divided into two, BC and AC, before Christ and after Christ. But came 2020, again something happened, and now again the world is divided into BC and AC, but this time it is not before Christ and after Christ, it is before Corona and after Corona. Got it, please. And after this, the whole world has understood the futility of only talking about pleasure, money, ambition, business, empire. They understood. They are not saying that is absurd. They are saying only talking about that will only bring more insanity. And so the whole world has understood the importance of the value system, the yoga, the meditation, the work-life balance, and all those things. And that's why these studies of mind, matter, spirit, consciousness, and the space building, they are going to be very, very important. And of course, there will be some biography studies, some film appreciation things, which probably you were program directors and they are going to. I'm just ending with my last slide called yoga program. And they are also going to be a part of that. Yoga, most of the time, it's not yoga actually. Yoga went to USA or America, and then became again yoga, repackaged, but that's not the way. See, the whole journey of this institution is blending of science and spirituality. So with one example, I just say how the science, spirituality, they are the same really. There is no comparison, there is no conflict. But we have understood that. So this whole university wants to bring again to the consciousness of the students and everyone that they are not two. For example, had Patanjali been born in Germany, then we would have called Patanjali as a Nobel laureate. Had Einstein been born in India, we would have called him as Sant Einstein or Acharya Einstein. Basically, they are doing the same thing. Albert Einstein opens his eyes, go to laboratory, do some experimentation, and arrive at a truth. Patanjali goes in his cave, closes his eyes, goes in the interior laboratory of his mind and soul, and arrives at exactly the same truth which Einstein arrives in the outer laboratory. One experiments Einstein, one experiences Patanjali, and both say that the science is the ultimate unity, or spirituality is just arriving again that principle of oneness. And so that's what we are going to understand. That will be the huge contribution to the world, my dear friends, please understand. Because the highest of the people don't understand, that's why there are so many conflicts. And hence, yoga program, hundreds of Patanjali trained professional teachers come, and they are going to teach you the yoga and the practical things. So at least one of these program, or maybe both of the programs in your first year in either trimesters, Yoga for Excellence in Life. Now understand the name of the subjects. Who don't want excellence in life? Who will say that, oh, come on, excellence in life, I'm so bored with the excellence in life. I so love the miseries of the life. Nobody will say that. So the name of the program itself is not like something is burden. So 1 credit of or 2 credit of yoga, 4 credits of peace, 6 credits embedded in your TCS ion system. You have to pass it. There is attendance, there is examination, and there is the assignments and everything. And the end product is, final slide, the end product is what we aspire is that we consider every human being in the conscious, and there is a fertile land, the soil in your and my mind. And what we are doing is sowing the seeds of this higher level of consciousness into every student. At present, the student may not understand all of it. Some of it can be understood. But we want to sow the seeds, and the seeds will be there. And when you go out of the institution, you are as a manager, somewhere, entrepreneur, wherever, the seeds will still be there. And when the right opportunity will come, when the season will be right, those seeds will manifest into global responsible citizens, ethical professionals as a fruit of this learning. And that's what we are aspiring for. And that's why probably this is the only university in the world, my dear friends, 3,000 peace lectures every month. There are many universities, none. This is the only university because of the vision of the founding fathers of this university that this is coming all the way. So I'm so happy that you have taken this decision to be a part of doing MBA from this very prestigious university, and along the way you will learn a lot of things. Thanks for taking a great decision. Thanks for inviting. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Shakti Ganesh, sir, the Controller of Examinations.
Good evening to one and all present here. First of all, I thank my fellow colleagues who have been talking about various aspects of university system in terms of peace course. It's pretty tough to talk after his speech because either it will be peace or sleep. That is predominantly we have to understand what he is talking about. Again, he's a very good speaker. So going forward, I want to talk about two things apart from examination. Recently, I've gone through two books. One is like Rajiv Malhotra, The AI and Future of the Power. What he says is the next Satyagraha will be the skill, and next crude oil will be the data. So I hope as an MBA student, these two things are required. Either you have to be cross-skilling or reskilling or upskilling based upon the skill the India required. The other one is the data part. We always think about data as it's like a garbage in and garbage out without using a data properly. So I feel these two things are critical in terms of management perspective because we require a lot of skills. In fact, when we're recruiting, we see those talents are available in the Indian system, and we emphasize more on this data visualization. Really, they have potential enough. These kids are learning AI, ML, or so with this note, I'll go into details about examination system, and I'll not take much time because already Patre sir has taken 3 extra minutes of my speech. So we'll go with the critical slides, what exactly the examination system is about. So this is my success chart or a department at a glance. We team has 25 members, and if you see the current student strength is 21,000 plus. So almost if you put a ratio, we have 1:2,000. That's how my team operates. And without technology, it's pretty difficult. So we have a complete EMS system. It's called Examination Management System. So we operate end-to-end 100% automation, including your question paper has been digitalized. We have a question bank, digital question bank. By click of the button, we can generate the question with a combination of CO and PO, like a course outcome and a program outcome. And your seating plan is being automated. Just you have to check your ERP, and you have to understand where you have to sit and which hall you have to be placed during the exam time. So that's how the automation works. These are the small topics which I'm talking about, the automation. There are huge number of automation has been done. Probably the examination is the DNA of a system. You'll be knowing when you really into a system, you'll be knowing all this examination process. And coming to the other one, we do examination is a central function. We take off your mid-exam, we take off your end-term exam, and we don't decompile this exam and the teaching learning process. It's a flexible learning environment, and we do with a formative assessment. That's how every class will be assessed, every week will be assessed. That's why we call it as a formative assessment. It's a continuous learning or a continuum learning. And we operate under 4 verticals. It's a pre, post, and conduct process. Apart from this, the PhD vertical we have. So our team works with the 4 verticals. These are the 4 major verticals we operate. And this is a critical slide. As I said, maybe reached out, have been shared academic calendar, how the academic calendar is centrally operated. This examination calendar also centrally operated. You can download this from our website or through ERP or through auto email. You'll be getting all these details. But looking forward, If you see the examination calendar, your October will be your midterm, which will be centrally operated. Again, November, fag end of the November and December, you'll be having a term and exam. Similarly, it falls in the winter semester. And this time we have a summer semester too in the month of May and April. And these are some of the functional committees across the board. Like we have a board of examinations. Suppose we want to reform our examination system, or we want to increase the marks in terms of grace mark policy, or the guy who is going for a sports, so we have to give additional facility to them. The board of examination decides that, and we'll pass the resolution, and the amendments are made in the ordinance. And if you see the unfair means committee, if you fall across any of the malpractices or copying the exam, there are serious levels of punishments are there. There are 15 various punishments have been there. Probably in a couple of slides I'll be showing that one. And we have a examination reforms committee where the students also will be part of that. The top students of the system will be part of our committee, and they'll be talking about various reforms in the examination, what exactly the student want, what are the pain points. So that's how the committee operates. And apart from this, we have advisory committee and the labs committee, which falls for the faculty. So again, this is a critical slide. If you see the component of the examination, it is 60% and 40%. And 60% is a formative assessment and 40% is summative assessment. So you should understand this terminology, what is formative assessment, what is summative assessment. So formative assessment, as I said, it's a continuous evaluation or a continuum evaluation. So every week will be assessed. Every class will be assessed. So if you miss a surprise test, you'll be losing mark. If you miss a case study, you'll be losing a mark. Right? That's why when Registrar was talking about, he'll be majorly spoke on emphasizing on the 75% attendance mandate. And suppose you miss certain exams, you're not able to re-examine in the same process again, so that you'll be missing those weightage of a particular section marks which has been allocated to you. So that's how we call it as a formative assessment. So the 60% is on a formative assessment, and 40% is a summative assessment, which you write in a pen paper mode. After that, the entire copy has been digitalized. It goes to scanning machine, it scans, and the digital version will be given to a faculty, and they will be correcting through light pen, and the marks will be allotted to that one. So within like 10 days, you'll get the result, or maximum within 15 days, you'll be getting the result. That's how the ordinance also be placed. Within maximum, your result declaration timeline is 20 days. So this slide, I need not talk about it. It is 75 means 75 is mandate. So even 74.5 is not as considered 75. And this is the assessment pattern. Just you have to inquire with your faculty in the 0th lecture. You have to say that whether the curriculum falls under which category of the assessment pattern you have. If it is a theory component, more weightage will be given credits. It's calculated based on the credits. And you need not worry about the math part of it. It's already predefined. Just you have to read, you have to take the exam, and faculty automatically they'll capture the mark. You need not worry about the system what we have, but you have to check whether which pattern of the exam you undergo. So this is a schema of evaluation. This is an assessment pattern. And there are 6 various patterns are available, and it may be increased to a couple of other 2 parameters will be increasing here. And if it is theory component, more weightage will be given to theory. If it is theory and practical, so it will be called as an embedded course. And if it is only a practical component, the weightage will be mapped to the practical. And if it is a capstone project or a case study based project, the weightage will be allocated based on the credits. So this is how the assessment patterns looks like. And grading system, we go with 10-point scale, but if you want to go to UK and US university for higher education, so we convert into 4-point scale, but as per the Indian system, the UGC says that we have to work on the 10-point scale. So O stands for outstanding and F stands for fail. And this is a grading pattern of evaluation. Again, this is simple math. What is SGPA, what is CGPA, what is GPA stands for semester grade point, and cumulative grade point, right? And GPA, what stands for. So this is all simple math. You need not worry about this mathematics structure here. Just you have to see behind your transcript or grade card. This is available again. If you want to download the manual, the entire formulas is there. You can check how the formula works on. And we do absolute grading. We are not doing a relative grading. So whatever your performance, that will be weighed as an absolute grading. These are some of the reforms we did, like in last 2 years, some of the reforms what we did. And this is the post-examination. Again, this is a critical slide to remember. As I said, there's eligibility criteria to take up the exam is 75%. And the grading, we work on 10-point scale grading. And passing criteria is both, it's a formative and summative composite passing. Then grade card, just you need not worry about the grade card, just go to the ERP under the examination, raise a ticket, and there is a dedicated SLAs are there, service level agreements are there. So within 3 days, your transcript to be given, within 4 days, a grade card to be given. So just put a ticket, raise a ticket, based on the tickets, it will be escalated. And if the tickets have been escalated, it goes to my super boss. My super boss is the vice chancellor, and vice chancellor, super boss is an executive president. So the escalation matrix works like that. And the critical point to remember is progression policy. So you should get in a first year either CGPA of greater than 5 CGPA and minimum 50% of credits to be passed. And for eligible to go to second year, if it is a 2 years program, you have to clear your first year courses. So this is a progression policy. Again, I repeat, there are 2 things to be remembered. One is your progression policy, other one is the attendance percentage. So this is where most of the student falls down because of the year back. So please check this one. You meet the criteria when you're taking this course very seriously. And some of the student services, what we provide, again, some of the supports, how the re-registration will be happening, what is the result declaration date, and all these are clearly defined in the portal, and even in auto emails, it will be informed well in advance. Please check your emails. And these are major punishments, what you acquire. And this is some of the digital desks. Across the school, this has been pasted. The QR code, just click on the QR code. You can give a 360-degree feedback about examination, about faculties, and about our system, some grievances, anything you can do. And if you want to download the examination manual, just click on this and you can download this one. So these are some of the supports. I'm just skipping the slide, which are all available where and how. And some of the best practices, your degree is tamper-proof, fire-proof, and it is blockchain-enabled, and all your credits have been mapped to ABC. Once your semester has been cleared, the credits will be accumulated in the academic bank of credits. That's a national repository what we have. And some of the glimpses of my department, this is what you have. And the last is from admission to alumni. You have joined the institute as a new entrant. Last will be a convocation. This is how the convocation will happen in a grand way. So with this note, I'll end up my session. And last but not the least, a great moment begins when great opportunity given. I thank this opportunity to my president and vice president. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, let's get ready for an extraordinary experience. Today, we have a special MIT-WPU film for you, a glimpse into the heart of our vibrant community and opportunities that await. Sit back and immerse yourself in the journey and let inspiration guide you.
Welcome to MIT World Peace University. MIT-WPU, formerly known as MIT-Pune, is the epicenter for imparting value-based education for promotion of universal culture of peace and welfare among youth. For over 40 years, MIT-WPU graduates have contributed significantly to society. Today, student learners at MIT-WPU are leaders of change to shape a bright future. And how it results in deserving students missing out on getting quality education. Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karar's dream transformed into MIT-WPU as the university aims to groom students academically, professionally, and morally. The values students get here are leadership, integrity, and philanthropy. Students develop an attitude that pushes them to do better, set new benchmarks, and keep learning. Shri Rahul V. Karar, Executive President, is an enterprising educationist leading the university from the forefront. An alumnus of the Harvard Business School, Shri Rahul is committed to channeling the power of youth coupled with the latest advancement of science and technology to give them value-based education. Our unique approach to education is marked by 4 key pillars. First is experiential learning. Students gain knowledge with learning by doing approach, putting the learnings into practice alongside. Second is robust industry-academia collaboration. We are working with the best names in the industry via our CIAP initiative, understanding what is needed at corporates and incorporating it in the academics. The academia-industry partnership gives us an extensive reach and fundamental edge in shaping our role and creating impact in a fast-changing world. Third, the peace culture, striking the perfect harmony between mind, body, and soul. Pillar is the Rural Immersion Program, working in rural India, understanding their problems, and developing practical and sustainable solutions for them. We partner with industry leaders to give the students a platform to interact, share their ideas, and research with the world. Experiences, perspectives, and learnings allow the students to understand the shared humanity and better prepare them for the reality of a fast-paced, interconnected world. The value-based education at MIT-WPU has a strong foundation of science and philosophy, and is also driving inspirations from futuristic technologies that are revolutionizing today and tomorrow. Yoga and peace modules are an integral part of the curriculum at MIT-WPU, allowing students to gain the importance of work-life balance, which aids in holistic development. The state-of-the-art facilities, libraries and labs inspire students to embark on a wonderful journey of discovery. The exposure at MIT-WPU makes the students to be at par with leading global universities, with advantage of industry-specific programs and excellent placements. MIT-WPU is situated in Pune, which is a popular student city in India and has been declared the best city to live in. Be it the first university to offer a program in political leadership or offering programs guided by UN SDGs, students get new opportunities here. Students are encouraged to extend their learnings by joining various clubs that focus on extracurricular activities and allows them to maintain a healthy learning balance. Our faculty members with decades of industry experience are also deep into research, with multiple patents and publications in their accolades. A safe and secure campus that assists to nurture learning, persona, and thinking. Experience value-based education and learn what matters at MIT-WPU.
MIT-WPU University is aware of the huge amount of societal inertia that must be overcome in order for humanity itself to progress. Let us take a look at the various social initiatives organized by MIT-WPU. Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad. The Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad, or BCS, is an initiative envisioned by the Executive President of MIT-WPU, Shri Rahul Karad, to ensure the active participation of our youth in our democratic process.
In the last 9 years, over 1,000 thought leaders like party president, chief ministers, governors, education ministers, corporate leaders, spiritual leaders, they have guided this Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad platform.
Thus, BCS is connecting the politically and socially active youth of India on one platform for the common purpose of strengthening democracy and to inculcate a national vision. Nurturing tomorrow's leaders is particularly important for a large democracy such as India, and the BCS is the way to do so. The World Parliament of Science, Religion and Philosophy is another hallmark MIT-WPU initiative.
21वीं शताब्दी में मेरी भारत माता विश्व गुरु बनने की काबिलियत रखता है. It will become a विश्व गुरु in the 21st century. उसका छोटा सा उदाहरण, छोटा सा सिंबल यहाँ बन गया है, ऐसा मेरा मानना है.
As an inspirational monument to world peace, the World Peace Dome is truly a remarkable feat of engineering. That is the venue for this parliament. National Women's Parliament. The need to provide a platform to women leaders and inspire women from all walks of society is critical in the development of the nation today. The National Women's Parliament aims to introduce them in positions of power in politics, media, industry, academia, bureaucracy, and others. National Teachers Congress. For an educational institute such as MIT-WPU, it would be natural for introspection to occur and ensure the realization of the need for a multidisciplinary platform that caters to the needs and problems of teachers.
नूतन युग की नई उषा का हमने सपना देखा है। छात्र बीज है, छात्र बीज है, सींच के उनको हमको वृक्ष बनाना है।
The National Conference on Media and Journalism, or NCMJ, addresses the key issues faced during the pursuit of the charge of the fourth estate. Considering how important news is to us socially as well as politically, it is imperative that the media remain as influence-free and as honest as possible. This conference aims to do just that by discussing the various challenges faced by the media, while also actively searching for solutions for the same. Moreover, NCMJ serves to connect national and international journalists as well. Civil Service Examination Toppers Felicitation. The Civil Services Examination in India is among the toughest examinations, and it requires immense dedication, patience, and focus in order to successfully attempt it. MIT-WPU considers it our social responsibility to promote the active citizens of our nation, and the Toppers Felicitation Ceremony does just that. Bharat Asmita National Awards. The Bharat Asmita National Awards are meant to recognize the selfless and awe-inspiring feats of leaders from the field of management, education, journalism, and mass media, as well as politics. Incepted in 2005, BANA serves to recognize those individuals whose contributions in their respective fields has created a positive impact on society as well as the nation. This has the additional effect of inspiring others to achieve their potential and be recognized for it via the award. Rashtriya Sarpanch Sansad. The strength of India is as much as the urban landscape as it is the rural one. Ignoring one for the sake of the other will not work for our nation. Hence, the Rashtriya Sarpanch Sansad's reason for being. This Sansad aims at understanding and rewarding excellence in the government of rural localities as well as understanding the problems faced by such settlements and how to alleviate them. World Health Parliament. The World Health Parliament, or WHP, is an initiative that seeks to strengthen the healthcare sector within India while keeping the idea of an Atmanirbhar Bharat in perspective. Join.
I hope you enjoyed all those inspiring MIT-WPU films. This marks the beginning of an incredible journey. Let's embrace the opportunities and experiences that lie ahead. And remember, together, we will achieve greatness. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Parag Khanvilkar, sir, Senior Manager of Student Affairs and Social Initiatives.
Hello and a very warm good afternoon to all of you. Thank you so much for being patient till now. I can understand. 2 घंटे से ज़्यादा किसी का normally mindset नहीं रहता एक जगह बैठने का, but I am sure I am not going to take more than 1.5 minutes or max 2 minutes for sure. So, no slides, no video presentations from my end, just hardcore speech of 2 minutes. क्लियर कट बोलना चाहूँगा कि आप लोगों में से किसको आमिर खान मालूम है? हाथ ऊपर कीजिए. आमिर खान किसको पता है? आमिर खान की पहली मूवी किसको मालूम है? It was released in 1988 if I am not mistaken. It was कयामत से कयामत तक, शायद आप लोगों ने सुना होगा. उसमें एक सॉन्ग था. क्या वो फेमस सॉन्ग किसी को मालूम होगा? पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा, बेटा हमारा ऐसा काम करेगा. कोई ना जाने कि मेरी मंजिल है कहाँ, उसमें ऐसे कुछ लिरिक्स थे। तो इस मंजिल के ऊपर मैं ये बोलना चाहूँगा कि यू ऑल डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट योर मंजिल अहेड फ्रॉम हियर, बिकॉज यू ऑल हैव, योर पेरेंट्स हैव टेकन अ वेरी राइट डिसीजन ऑफ एडमिटिंग यू इन MIT-WPU, एंड आई एम प्रेटी श्योर कि आपकी मंजिल का ख्याल हम लोग बड़ी प्यार से रखेंगे ही वाया द इंटर्नशिप्स एंड प्लेसमेंट्स। मेरे ख्याल से रमेश सिद्धवटम सर ने आपको बताया होगा कि हाउ वी टेक केयर ऑफ योर इंटर्नशिप्स एंड प्लेसमेंट्स, बट अलॉन्ग विद द मंजिल विच विल टेक केयर ऑफ, यहाँ का मंजिल का जो सफ़र है वो भी बहुत सुनहरा और प्यारा होगा। एंड फॉर दैट सफ़र, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द हिंदी सफ़र, नॉट द इंग्लिश सफ़र, द जर्नी, द प्रवास ऑफ योर सफ़र. So that's also going to be very outstanding. And you must have noticed outside we have almost 40 active clubs from cultural departments, then from tech, from academic, from engineering, from sports, from adventure. So आपका जो भी liking हो, as in apart from academics, apart from the curriculum, co-curricular activities को यहाँ पे काफ़ी सारा प्राधान्य दिया जाता है, उसके लिए club activities रहते हैं। क्लब की कोई भी रिक्वायरमेंट आपकी अगर हो, आपको फॉर्म करना है नया क्लब या इंटरनल इतने सारे क्लब्स हैं जिसमें आपको पार्टिसिपेट करना है, तो उसके लिए आप मुझे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो या तो डॉक्टर मृदुला कुलकर्णी मैडम को कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो। अब आप मुझे कैसे कांटेक्ट करोगे, तो उसके लिए मेरा ये लास्ट, जैसे मैंने कहा कि 2 मिनट लूँगा, 1.5 मिनट ऐसा मैं मानता हूँ कि ख़त्म हो चुके हैं, 30 सेकेंड्स, अ शॉर्ट गेम, आफ्टर विच आई हैव अ स्मॉल गिफ्ट फॉर एनी वन ऑफ यू टू गिव अवे। आप एक नंबर नोट कीजिए प्लीज़। I understand कि आपके मोबाइल को यहाँ पे साइलेंट या शट करने के लिए बोला गया है, बट देन यू कैन प्लीज पुल डाउन योर मोबाइल्स इन योर हैंड एंड जस्ट नोट डाउन दिस नंबर। और जिसका रिंग, हम लोग नेटवर्क भी उस बहाने चेक करेंगे यहाँ पे कैसा होता है, जिसका रिंग पहले इस मोबाइल के ऊपर रिंग होगा उसको ये अवार्ड में दे दूंगा। ओके, सो द नंबर इज 9850। Shall I repeat? It's 9850 75784. One more to go. Wait. 4 again. Ring. Oh, there was another ring also. Anyway, so I'm picking up this phone. Hello? Nandana, please come on the stage. Where's Nandana? Where's Nanda? I hope. Upstairs. Nanda, quickly come down. Quickly come down. Vedant, please come on the stage with a pretty cool gift and a remembrance of our World Peace Dome. He was Vedant Kulkarni, our host for today. Vedant Kulkarni, give him a big round of applause, please. Someone else is also calling. I'm cutting. So after that, we'll call up Sudipta Banerjee ma'am for the vote of thanks. And thank you so much for being patient out here. Final 4 to 5 minutes, and the thing is over for today. We'll just wait for Nandana for a while. I hope she remembers the pathways out here. And Nandana is here. Please come, Nandana. So this is our World Peace Dome. Thanks.
Good evening, all. Definitely, it is a blessing to have intellectual minds with us and get to know their knowledge and thought process. As we all know that saying thanks you is a respectful way to show appreciation towards a person, but these words would be less for our today's guest speakers and guide. On behalf of School of Business, I take this opportunity to thank you, MIT-WPU, for providing us with the platform to organize this program, Shubharambh. I thank Professor Rahul Karat sir, Executive President MIT-WPU, for extending his support and guidance for this conduct of Shubharambh. I, Dr. Sudipta Banerjee, on behalf of entire fraternity of MIT-WPU, and on my own behalf, extend a very heart vote of thanks to all the eminent speakers present here for gracing us with their presence and sharing their thoughts and important insight with our students. I would like to thank our Dean, School of Business, Dr. Dipendra Sharma, for entrusting us with the responsibility and always empowering us for every aspects of academic events and every part of our day-to-day activities. I would like to thank a hearty vote of thanks to Dr. R.M. Chitnis, our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Akshay Malhotra, Dean Academics, Dr. Mrudula Kulkarni, Dean Student Affairs, Dr. Milind Patre, Associate Dean Peace Studies, Dr. Parag Khanvelkar, Senior Manager to Student Affairs, Dr. Shakti Ganesh, Controller of Examination, Dr. Ramesh Siddhavatam, Senior Director, CIAP, for their guidance, presence, and sharing their important thoughts. A big thank you to all our Associate Deans present here, Dr. Swati Bankar ma'am, Dr. Rajeshri Kadam, Dr. T.J. Vidyasagar sir, for their always support and guidance. Thank you, technical team, for their providing relentlessly support all the time. Last but not the least, I would like to thank my faculty colleagues and student volunteers who have worked to make this event a great success. Special thanks to Vedant, who is our anchor for today. I must also mention our deep appreciation to all our committee members for their involvement and willingness to complete tasks beyond their comfort zone. Thank you again to all the respected guests and speaker, faculty members, volunteers, and my dear audience. It is because of everyone's hard work that this event is possible. Thank you for joining with us. I wish you all a productive upcoming, a good semester, and wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, as we draw this memorable induction program to a close, we have a special moment to share with you, a prayer of gratitude and reflection, which will grace the screen before us and serving us a profound reminder of our journey, which we have begun together. During this prayer, I request all the students to remain silent and all the people in the hall to please stand up. And may this prayer inspire us to carry the spirit of this induction program throughout our academic endeavors and beyond. I request the technical team to please play the Pasaidan.
Thank you.